Hello, my fellow humans. Welcome back to another daily dice where we ask the dice for a message and find out what that is. I do want to say thank you to anyone and everyone that continues to be a supportive part of this channel, this journey, this ever-growing tribe. I'm truly honored to be sharing this time and this space with you. And for those of you that are new here, welcome. This is that reminder that we're all here sharing this human experience, that this is a safe space to show up as your highest, most aligned, loving, authentic self. Should this happen to resonate with you, it means so much to me if you were to like, comment, and subscribe down below. With that being said, though, today we are going to get a message from the ancestors, and let's hop to it. So, ancestors of highest light and love, what message do you have for my fellow humans? What would you like them to know today, ancestors of highest light and love? What messages do you have for my fellow humans today? Ancestors of highest light and love, what would you like my fellow humans to know today? Okay, so we've got the 12th house Taurus and the sun coming in. We're trying to guide you to a more stable spiritual approach in this life, and especially the way that you approach people in the world. Sometimes you may hide yourself out of fear of being judged, and they're trying to bring you to this place of finding true inner stability in who you are as a spiritual being, right? Truthfully, we're all spiritual beings here having the human experience, and the more authentic that we become, the more that we become tied to our home selves, right? The place that reminds us of home, the place that brings us back to our truth. And the more that we're able to release that out into the world, the brighter our light shines. And the brighter your light shines, the more you attract to you. But also the more you give permission to others to become authentic themselves. And you've been jaded a lot in life, and so your ancestors want to point that out. Like, you've been through a lot in your life. You've been through a lot of hardships in your life. You've had betrayals. You've had upsets in your life. You've had difficult situations that have really impacted the way that you have chosen to show up in any one space. It would not surprise me if, for those of you that this resonates with, that you are a chameleon in the world, meaning that you fluidly are able to maneuver how to blend in, how to fit in certain circumstances and situations. Like, you are a mirror and you follow that mirror. Like, you know how to mirror people's energy, you know how to mirror people's excitement, their sadness. Like, you mirror that intentionally. It's a very intentional mirror, right? This isn't just about being a mirror for healing others. It's like you found a way to mirror others' energy so that you can blend in without getting retribution for standing out, right? Is that the right word? Recourse. There's no recourse when you blend in, right? It's not like, oh, okay, like, oh, I blended in, so they're going to ostracize me, or they're going to make me feel bad about who I am. And so your ancestors are really highlighting this right now, that this is something that's very difficult for you. This is something that's very overwhelming even for you. It's like letting that mirror go means that you have to be yourself 100% of the time. And it's second nature for you to live with that mirror on your face, on your body. Right? It's second nature. This is something that has been a survival habit. This is something that is a tactic for you to not get ridiculed and to not be cast aside. Because I feel like for you, part of you was cast aside, or very much when you were a child, you were cast aside for being the real you. And so at a very young age, it feels like even before the age of 12, like it feels like at a very young age, like 4, 5, or 6, you learned how to step into this mirrorable energy where it's like, oh, if I mirror how someone is, then it feels safer for me. Like, I don't get made fun of, or I don't get poked at, or I don't get thrown aside, because I can mirror this person's energy and it feels like I know everything that they're going through, where you're an empath and you really do, but it's also very much a deflective strategy for you, and you might not even realize it, right? Because it's so second nature. This is almost like autopilot for you. Like, even when you're not even thinking about it, you just go right into this. So it's something that you do consciously, but it's become a subconscious action because of how much time has passed with you being able to do this. It's a very unique gift. It is. It is a gift. It's absolutely a gift, right? That's where they say, like, you might have a lot of charisma, or wow, like, you get along with everybody. Like, is there anybody that doesn't like you? It's like in your head the whole time, you're like, yeah, there's plenty of people who don't like me. But it's like for other people, they see you as this chameleon. You just blend in everywhere you go. And it doesn't matter who's there. Like, you're able to get along with them. You can tell jokes. You can be deep. You can be philosophical. You can be funny. You can be silly. You can be, you know, serious when you need to. It's, you fit all profiles, and yet you don't have, where, like, if people were to ask about you, they would always explain their experience of you, but that's not actually who you are. And so your ancestors are trying to help you come back to who you are and share that part of yourself with others, which feels super vulnerable and super scary. So ancestors, what else would you like to say to the collective about this reading? Ancestors, what else would you like to say to the collective about this reading? Thank you. What else would you like to say to the collective about this reading? Yeah, there's something about finding this is emotional support here within yourself, right? Like, we have the Page of Wands in the reverse on the bottom. This is a very immature energy. I'm not calling you immature, okay? And this is driven by certain desires. Yes, it can be very sexual by nature, but what we see here is this is the desire to fit in, because you've been defeated so many times by just being who you are. And all you want is to be accepted here with the Three of Cups. All you want is to be seen. And it's like, it's easier to be seen by fitting the bill of what people expect me to be rather than standing out. And it's scary because a lot of people actually are really greedy for your energy. They're greedy for your light. They're greedy to be around your light. Your ancestors don't want people to use you because of this chameleon-like energy. They want you to come in as this strong, powerful light being that you are and stand in your power so that people are in awe of you and they know that they too can have permission to stand in their power. But when you're in this Page of Wands energy and the Chariot in the reverse, it's being driven by the spiritual defeat of one's past, right? This is of childhood, even with the Page being here, because pages are the youngest of the suit cards, and they can depict childhood energy. And then we also have the Four of Cups here talking about childhood as well, but it's more or less the emotional well-being. And you see here with the King of Coins in the reverse, this is not being clearly connected to what you want in the material realm, not knowing. The only thing that matters right now is the emotional connection, and your ancestors are trying to reconnect you with finding the strength of being a boss and powering up into that. And instead of being fearful of the future because of the memories of the past here, the physical experiences that you've gone through that have created a lot of disturbances, that have created a lot of unrest and unease in the soul. And also it's feeling like something that has completely knocked you off of what was once balancing for you. So that could be a gift that you have, it could be a talent that you have, it could be a skill that you've mastered. Even when you were young, it seemed so natural to you. And they're wanting you to come back to that, and they're wanting you to re-pour into that here, so that it brings a sense of stability into your life. It's interesting here because the King of Coins is also a king who only has a chair that has two legs. He's the one who supports the other side of the chair. Like, it's interesting, right? Here's the two legs of the chair, and this is more like his coat, his cloak flowing over here, but he's the one that's holding the chair up in position. Okay, so it's interesting that the chair is something that's being highlighted here in your reading, because it's like you're used to holding yourself up in these weird positions and in this weird place of being hidden in plain sight, is what I keep hearing. And they want you to stop because you were meant to stand out. That's something that has always been a part of your journey, was to stand out, but not to stand out because you fit into some version of what people put you in. It's to stand out because that's who you're meant to be. We have cardinal energy here, instigation, bravery, and a pioneering spirit. This is going to take a lot of bravery on your part to do this, and a lot of courage. And remember that courage is doing something even with fear being present, you know, and it's okay to be afraid. It's not something that, oh, one day your fear is just going to go away, right? And we have house 8 coming through here, transformation, karma, facing fears and legacies. Like, I can't make this up. They want you to face this fear so that you can bring in a sense of emotional stability in your life. It's going to feel brand new to you. It's almost like you've never experienced what emotional stability is, where someone has your back, where someone cares about you as yourself and not what it is that you can give them or what they can gain from you, right? We have Libra here, consideration, fairness, and harmony. We're trying to bring you back into balance, right? Balance again. Oh, I love this reading. It's already so deep. Okay, they want you to come back to a state of balance with your true self, okay? We have take heed of those who give warnings. It's important for you to listen to the warnings of your soul, your heart right now. Don't want you to blend in. A tranquil spirit comes with accepting inner dichotomy, right? And I love this. You have the black and the white swan. This is about accepting the darkness so you can shine the light there, okay? This is understanding that the shadow self is what's taking over right now, and that facing the fear is letting the light shine through from within. And we have gain knowledge by surrendering to the universal flow, peeking out. But it does feel like your ancestors want to bring you back into balance, right? And that black and white with the black and white swan here, that can absolutely depict balance. I'm going to put that out because I do feel like it wants to be out. It's just a very interesting energy here, right? We had Libra energy on the bottom here. It's this very much coming back into balance for what is yours rather than being this mirror. It's not that it's not a beautiful gift. It actually is. It's quite the talent that you have this. And it's amazing that you have this. But you're doing yourself a disservice thinking that you don't belong in every situation that you come into, or that you don't belong to be seen. And we have you're hot. You should get in the habit of passing out heat protection to anyone that comes into your orbit, because you're hotter than the sun, baby. Yeah, you're meant to stand out, to shine, right? There's nothing brighter than the sun. In fact, aren't all the stars in the sky just suns from other solar systems? Like, I mean, let's be real, right? You're the sun. We have, when someone is a jerk, believe them the first time. Get better at recognizing the red flags in others when they don't change color with time. Seriously, when someone flashes you the first 10 of red, let this be the voice of reason. Stop trying to ignore or justify their actions. You don't need a crystal ball to see the future hardship that will come along with it. Save yourself the headache now and throw it in your white flag as quickly as humanly possible, and peace out on that jerk. Right? Get out of there, okay? So they're just saying here, it's like you've noticed a lot of red flags, and especially with the people who you've called family and friends, and a lot of it's the same, and it feels like it's just easier for you to blend in because they're afraid of how bright you're shining. But you know what? Who cares? Who cares? You're meant to stand out. You're meant to be different. You were designed that way with a purpose. It was never a cruel joke by the universe. This was something as a gift. Source is giving you this beautiful gift to be uniquely you and to stand out, and you deserve to stand out, right? You have the sun card here, or the sun dice. It's like you're meant to be seen. You're meant to bring light to all you see, right? Without the sun, this world would cease to exist. We'd just be a cold ball floating in space. Life would cease to exist. Remember that. You're the sun. You're meant to be the sun. Okay? So this is what I see here for you. If this resonated, leave the little sun emoji down below and say, sorry, I was just laughing because I was thinking about this card over here. Just say, I'm hotter than the sun, and I let myself shine because I bring life and vitality everywhere I go, because you do. And it would mean so much to me if this resonated with you, if you were to like, comment, and subscribe down below. If you're interested in supporting the channel further, you'll find all those links below in the description box. In order to do so, you can email me for a personal reading. You can follow me on over to my podcast on Spotify at Scatter Love Radio. You can even join as a member, and I would love to see you on memberships, but if not, thank you for your continued support here. I do want to take a quick second, though, to thank your guides, your spirit messengers, your angel source, and my guides for coming together to give us this message. And until next time, stay human. Bye.